Yo!
Previously on Cudgle. Where have you been for the past 4 months?
I'm not acting weird. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you're the one acting weird. I'm perfectly fine.
Dude, why are you acting so weird?
I'm not acting weird. Psh, I'm gonna wait here for an entire week until the next video comes out.
Cudgle.
What?
You fell asleep for 5 months.
Wait, I haven't uploaded for 5 months?
Actually, you couldn't. Your YouTube channel got hacked.
My YouTube channel got what?
But it's okay now. I dealt with those dirty dirtbags.
Oh, okay.
Also, your hair got long.
Oh yeah, I guess it did.
So I slicked it back for you.
Thanks, I guess?
Anyway, go make part 2 of the Amiibo Monstrosities before I get really mad.
Alright, Daddy, I'm on it. Salutations, dear viewer, it's your long-lost child, Cudgle. We're gonna be doing 4 more Amiibo Monstrosities today. If you don't know what those are or what the heck I'm talking about, you might want to watch part 1, but you don't need to. Either way, here's a quick recap of how this'll work. So here's the plan for today's video. I'm gonna chop off all of the limbs of each of the spare Amiibos that I have, then I'm gonna make a bunch of roulette wheels, each corresponding to a different body part. Head, body, left arm, left leg, and accessory. Then we just spin each wheel to determine which character's pieces will be used to make ourselves a horrific Frankenstein figure, removing that character's piece from the wheel so that we don't land on any repeats of the same body part. We're going to be making 8 of these monstrosities, none of which are going to be pretty by any stretch of the word, but this is what I've been planning for over 5 years, and I've got to be honest, I'm super excited to be God. Since we already chopped up all the spare Amiibo in part 1, we're just going to jump right into the first monstrosity. So buckle your buttholes, folks, we're going to be making 4 more hideous affronts to God. Interestingly enough, for our first monstrosity of part 2, we got Donkey Kong's head on Diddy Kong's body. But other than that, we have some pretty standard arms and legs. Should make for a somewhat normal looking creature. Don't get used to that. All in all, wasn't too hard to figure out how I wanted to glue these pieces together. The pose is going to be a simple action pose where he's chopping with his Luigi arm while leaning into a side hop. As I have to do with almost all of these abominations, some of the crevices that look odd were filled in with air-dry clay, then painted to make them look a bit more normal. It's not a perfect paint job, but it makes them end up looking better than if I just simply glued the limbs together and called it a day. We're gonna need to drill a hole into the bottom of the extended leg, then run a piece of metal wire through it, having some wire stick out slightly. We'll also need to drill a small hole into the Amiibo base so that we can stick the figure into it, adding stability. To finish off the base, we need to take the second piece of the 2-part resin bases that I make beforehand and put the Amiibo NFC chip inside. Let me know what character this should be in-game, by the way. I'm thinking Donkey Kong just because of the head, but definitely comment below what it should be. Anyway, there we go. This figure is based.
Based on what?
Based on the
NFC chip
that's installed in it.
Now to cover the whole thing in a layer or 2 of matte finish to protect the paint that we added earlier. And here we have our first monstrosity of the second set. Please help me name these poor things in the comments. They deserve names of their own, despite their hideousness. Overall, I think that this is by far the most normal monstrosity, even out of the ones we haven't seen yet, since we got a set of arms and legs that fit relatively well with the body, size-wise at least. But because this is the most normal, only means that we have nowhere to go but up. Or down, depending on your perspective. Probably down in the perspective of the monstrosities we're making, but anyway, let's sketch out a drawing of this bad boy. I mostly went with what the figure looks like, but I drew him leaning more into his pose, resulting in a lunging side chop. The picture has him at the angle I initially wanted, but I still like how the figure turned out. Let me know what you think. Anyway, time to birth another horrific creature into this cruel, cruel world.
Here comes Pac-Man.
Okay, so real quick, like I said in the last video, the order in which I'm showing these monstrosities is not the order in which I made them. I'm saying that because this was the last monstrosity that I did, and as a result, there was only one option left for the right arm, right leg, and left leg. We can still spin for the accessory like normal though.
Pikachu!
Since we got Pac-Man for a head, I didn't bother rolling the body wheel, since Pac-Man's head is also his body. Anyway, again, we have some basic arms and legs, but this time we threw an accessory into the mix, a Pikachu tail. I wasn't really sure what kind of pose I wanted with this guy, so I just kind of started gluing the pieces on. Wasn't too hard to do, I just glued the arms and legs right where Pac-Man previously had his before they were brutally and mercilessly hacked off with a saw. With this guy, we actually didn't have to do much painting, pretty much just on his Luigi leg, since there was a big hole in it where Luigi rested on his original base. And just like the last figure, let's outfit this guy with a metal leg bone, since this is also a pose where we're going to need some reinforcements. We'll put the metal in a sec, but for now, it's drilling time. Slap that NFC chip inside the Amiibo base and we can glue that puppy together. Then we can drill a hole into the base so that we can stick the metal from the figure into the hole. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm probably going to end up making this Pac-Man in-game because I can't really think of anything else it would be, but if you can think of anything else, let me know. Once we're done with that, we can slather some sticky white glaze all over Pac-Man's face. Epic. And here we go, a Pac-Man-ish, Pikachu-ish creature in an action-y pose. Would it be Pikachu? Whatever, you name it, that's what I pay you for. I added some Pikachu ears as well because this is my channel, dang it, and I can add Pikachu ears to whatever I darn well please. This is one of my favorite monstrosities actually, despite the relative simplicity of it. I'm even more happy with how the drawing turned out. That's a pretty good segue, right? I spent like 20 minutes trying to write that. A pretty simple drawing to do, since the majority of the figure is just Pac-Man's rotunditude. So I think I encapsulated the essence of the figure pretty well. We only have 2 more monstrosities left, and let me tell you, they're pretty monstrous. Alright, the next horrific, disgusting monstrosity we'll be looking at is me. We'll get right back to the video in just a few seconds, but I wanted to remind you that if you are enjoying this video, it would be pretty awesome if you liked it and subscribed to my channel. While you're at it, check out my Instagram, Cudgle Creations, Twitter, Cudgle YouTube, and website, cudgle.com as well. Sometimes I have customs for sale on my Etsy too. Links to all this stuff in the description. Okay, now for real, let's look at the next monstrosity. We got an interesting array of body parts this time, since almost all of them are proportional to each other. Almost all. You'll see what I mean. I glued the arms onto him like Ness is just ready to punch a dude. You can see it in his eyes. He is out for blood. I glued the legs on as well, and this is where it starts getting less proportional. We have a Ness leg, the shortest leg we could have possibly gotten, and a Mii sword fighter leg, one of the longest ones. Just like the Diddy Kong monstrosity from part 1, the 2 legs are ridiculously different lengthwise. But unlike the Diddy Kong from part 1, we can actually make both of the legs touch the ground. I put some air dry clay into Ness's cheek since I accidentally cut into it, so now we have to paint that part. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, it's my fault. I can take care of this, I'll fix it. Alright, it's about time to get based. This monstrosity will be Ness in-game, unless you guys want him to be something else. Let me know in the comments. Then we just gotta glob on some glaze. And here we are, Ness with one very long leg. Imagine how he would have to walk around. Like, how do you even think he'd do that? Please put your theories in the comment section below. I'll be adding mine down there as well. Anyway, I like this one a lot. It almost looks like it could actually be a video game character, minus the fact that one leg is literally twice the length of the other. That won't stop him from f***ing your shit up, though. Look at those soulless eyes. He's coming for you. Shoot, he's coming for me. Oh wait, what's that? A speed draw montage? Yeah, let's cut away from that creature and look at this thing instead. I think we're okay for now, guys. As long as we don't cut back to him, we should be safe from him. So let's just stick around here with the drawing montage and hopefully wait, what did I just say? He's gonna come get us. Cut back, cut. Oh wait, I forgot. It's just a plastic figure.
Whoa! Okay.
Oh, me! Oh. Yeah.
I'd just like to remind you again that all of these wheel spins are entirely random. So when I landed on Donkey Kong's arms for both the right and left arm, combined with the other stuff we spun for, I knew this was going to be the best Amiibo monstrosity. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. This is, in my opinion, the best out of all 8 monstrosities. And with this combination of parts, I knew it would be. So I spent a long time thinking about how I'd glue those DK arms onto the Ness body. Should I have them bent forward? How about one flexing up and the other one forward? A few ideas came to mind, but I decided that if Luigi's gonna have gigantic hulking gorilla arms, he's gonna want to flex those puppies for all to see. So I put both fists up. Since the arms were literally as thick as the entire body itself, I needed to use a lot of air dry clay to smooth out the spots that had an excessive amount of negative space. And because of that, we need to do a lot of painting. Okay, this is where I really need your help. What should this be in-game? Should it be Luigi? Should it be Donkey Kong? Should it be Ness? I seriously cannot decide, so please help me out and tell me what you think in the comments below. I'll make it whatever you guys want it to be. Anyway, time to glazify this gorilla guy. And here we are, folks, the stupidest shit I've ever made. Have you ever made or done something, then realized you'll never do anything that good ever again? Yeah. Anyway, don't click off quite yet, since even though this was the last monstrosity, there's still a lot left in this video you're going to want to see. What monstrosity was your favorite? I'm actually really curious which one you guys liked the most. Like I said, this one was my favorite, but let me know yours. In the meantime, let's draw our new son. This drawing was actually super fun to make since I drew Luigi being a little sassy and maybe a little cheeky. I mean, you would be too if you just got giant swole arms transplanted on you. But anyway, that's the 8th of 8 Amiibo Monstrosities. Again, let me know which one was your favorite. Help me name all these guys, follow social media and all that junk. Tell me what they should be in-game. Let me know if you want to see this kind of video again. And thank you very much for watching.
What the frick?
Robert, I'm pretty sure that's a fake cudgel.
You're pretty sure?
Yeah, that's my working theory right now. I would like to propose the idea that you are the fake cudgel. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Can one of you dinguses please explain to me what's going on here?
Robert, this guy tied me up and shoved me into the shed for 5 months. I did not. This guy tied me up and shoved me into the shed for 5 months. Wait a minute. Then why am I the one that's tied up right now? Shoot, I'll give you that one.
This has to be the work of Mr. Plastic Spring Man, our arch nemesis. He'll do anything to get us. This cudgel clone has to be working for him.
Wait, don't film me. Film that guy. I'm the real one. Look, I'm like really confused right now, so I'm just gonna plead the fifth.
Alright, there's only one way to settle this. I'm gonna ask a question that only the real cudgel would know. We'll know immediately who's the real cudgel and who's fake. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah?
Alright. How many fingers am I holding up?
3. No, 4. You don't have any fingers.
Okay, you're the fake Cudgle.
Ah, dang it, I didn't act stupid enough. I guess you boys got me. Oh, that's a relief. I started thinking I was the fake one. You may have won this round, Cudgle and Robert, but mark my words, your days are numbered. See you in the next subscriber milestone.
Well, that was stupid.
Yeah, but at least he made a video for me. Maybe he's not such a bad guy after all.
He tied you up and locked you in the shed for 9 months.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of, is that why you go away into the shed for months at a time between uploads? Do we finally know the reason you go into the shed?
Oh no, that's not the reason.
Oh, then what is?
I'll tell you.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
you can do that for months at a time?
yeah,
That's actually kind of impressive.
yeah.
Meanwhile,
Mr. Plastic Springman, I failed to defeat Cudgle and Robert. They're just too crafty.
That is unfortunate. I expected more from you. And he Cudgle.
Don't you talk to me in that tone, Springman. You will show me some respect.
I apologize. It won't happen again. Boss.
That's more like it. Anyway, you better watch out, Cudgle. Because you have met your match this time. You get it?
Yes,
Is because we look the same.
I understand.
So it's like literally a match?
Yes, that's the joke.
I'm coming for you, Cudgle. You just wait.